practitioner we are here to interview. Barrister Jeremiah Ojo is in his 30s and he is a seasoned lawyer who schooled in Obafemi Awolowo University before he proceeded to the Nigeria Law School, Abuja. After finishing strong with the first class at both Obafemi Awolowo University and Nigeria Law School, he proceeded to work with Templars as a legal practitioner. Sir, we are pleased to have you here with us.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So may I please have your questions, your concern, so that we can delve into the issues of the day. Thank you.
Sir, as a professional lawyer, who are your competitors?
Well, as a professional lawyer, you have a lot of competitors out there. There are people, you are struggling with a host of other disciplines, both legal or illegal. We have a lot of people who are not qualified as a lawyer, but present themselves as lawyers. So they are often referred to as fake lawyers. So those people, if you want to charge a client, take for example, there's an agreement that ordinarily you should charge within the space of 200 to 1 million. If you get to all those fake lawyers, they will say, oh, we can do it, 5,000 naira. So very ridiculous, but it has impacted so much on the legal profession. And we also have some other disciplines. Take for example the estate surveyors, also trying to behave like lawyers when it comes to land document, land transactions. We have people who study estate management, so who also poses like lawyers. They believe they can do all the things all the legal documentations that is required to perfect the title to land documents. So all those people have actually impacted adversely on the legal profession. You also have people like accountants. When it comes to company registration, they feel they can do it. It is not their work, it is not their job, but they still, take on that responsibility. So all those has impacted negatively the role of a lawyer in the country, in a company, and as an individual. So those are all those people that we are competing with. So it's been a challenge, but we continue to move. While supporting, especially those illegal, those fake lawyers, we try as much as possible to identify them and then to hand over them to the purview of law for law to take his course. Some of them have been sentenced to 2 years imprisonment, 3 years imprisonment, 4 years imprisonment, and the like spots. There are many out there, and it's really very difficult to spot them out. But once in a while, nemesis to catch up on many of them, and they find themselves in the prison after being properly charged in the court of competent jurisdiction. So I hope I've been able to answer your question. If any aspect is not clear, you can let me know so that I can explain. Of course, I don't expect all these explanations to be clear to you, because as you progress, you continue to understand many of these terms I'm using, but I'm trying to come down to your level to simplify everything so that you can have a good grasp of the whole thing, even if you are unable to get the whole idea.
What is the essence of being a child if you are not allowed to skip classes, oversleep, play around, and break play?
Sir, can you please tell us more about yourself?
Okay. Side of myself will like to know, okay, let me just let me just come from the angle that I know that would benefit you. So my, let me start from my primary school education. I went to a public primary school, government-owned primary school, where, well, I'll say that the dedication of teachers is nothing compared to what you have in the private school. So I went to Areago, this is school, school one Ogumosho, and then I proceeded to Anglican Grammar School, Ogumosho. So I graduated in year 2006 and then attempted the JAM severally before I went to pedigree in year 2000 and between year 2010 and year 2011. So I gained admission to study law in Bafemi Awolowo University in year 2011, and then the academic section commenced year 2012, sometimes in February. So I finished my university degree in year 2017, and then of course, I graduated as a first class and the best graduating student for my set for the whole faculty.
Imagine your child coming back home with 4 assignments after 7 hours of study, break time, English assignment, phonics assignment, music assignment. My lord, suggest this as based on what is applicable in some other countries. Ceteris paribus, all things being equal. My lord, that is quite unfair. And my lord, guess what? This of the assignment cost not less than 30 minutes, especially Mrs. Ishola's assignment. Yeah.
What is your greatest personal achievement?
Well, I'll say my greatest personal achievement is that I know God. That is my greatest personal achievement because I consider all other achievements, I consider them as being subsidiary to the main achievements. Because the Bible says without God, you can do nothing. So my greatest achievement is that I know the way of truth. I know God. I know Jesus. I know He died for me. I've surrendered my life to Him. That's how I would consider the greatest achievement. So all other achievements, to me, subsidiary. They are nothing compared with that achievement that I know God. So I would consider it as a greatest achievement. So, but I have other achievements that have made me happy as an individual, that have made me to have an edge above my contemporaries in the legal profession. I also consider them as achievement. But like I said, you use the word the greatest achievement. The greatest achievement is that I know God.
What is your greatest achievement in life?
Okay. I think I've answered the question sufficiently, but I guess the aspect you want me to mention, probably academically. Well, what I would consider my greatest achievement is a long-standing ambition, which by the help of God I was able to realize in year 2017. So set out to, from my childhood, I wanted to be a lawyer, and it wasn't easy for me. It wasn't easy. There were a lot of difficulties, problems, challenges, But I made up my mind. I wanted to be a lawyer. I wrote UTME, I think, 4 to 5 times. And yeah, so I wrote UTME up to 4 to 5 times. I never failed once, but unable to meet up with the cutoff. So I've been writing UTME far back as I graduated in my secondary school, 2006. So imagine I've been writing exams, series of exams from that period, all because I want to be a lawyer. So I got so good in year 2011. So I gained admission to Obafemi Law University to study law, and the academic session kick-started in February, I think February 23, 2012. And I made up my mind that I was going to end up as a first class student. So though not easy, there were a lot of discouragement here and there, but I made up my mind with hard work, diligence, and help of God. I was able to graduate as a first class student. I consider this as a major achievement because I was so excited. I I was so excited. I literally was rolling on the ground because it's a landmark achievement. It's a landmark achievement. So I consider it as one of the greatest achievements. And after uh, when I proceeded to the Nigerian Law School too, I mean, difficult task and all that, and eventually I emerged as a first class student. So, I mean, those two achievements, I consider them as, I mean, it fulfilled, I mean, an achievement that has been able to fulfill my dreams. So, I consider those as, if you like, I call them one of the greatest. So, thank you.
A is my defense. According to section 13, subsection 1, under chapter 2 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Government shall direct its policy towards ensuring that there are equal and adequate opportunities at educational opportunities.
What is your ideal working environment?
Okay. My ideal working environment, I love to work in a place where I will have time for God, to do the work of God, and also to have time for myself, to have time for my family, and a work that will enable me to also help people around me. So if I find myself, what I mean is that if I find myself in a place where I am being highly paid, but I am not able to cater for my family, I am not able to attend to the things of God, and I am not able to help people around me, I will quit. So an ideal working environment for me is an environment that allows me to do personal things, uh, to that will enable me to have time for my family, that would enable me to attend to the things of God, that will enable me to help people that need my help, people around me that need my help. So that I would consider an ideal working environment for me.
Okay.
As a lawyer, my role is to uphold justice, protect human rights, and defend the innocent. Lawyers are problem solvers, critical thinkers, effective communicators. We work tirelessly to ensure everyone receives fair treatment under the law. Imagine being a voice that speaks for those who can't speak for themselves, or fighting for justice when it seems lost. That's what lawyers do every day.
Describe a time when your job was criticized.
Well, personally, as an upcoming lawyer, uh, you will, well, I find it in every profession. When you are just coming, you are just starting to know the nitty-gritty of the profession. At one point or the other, if you have sincere people around you, you'll be criticized because you don't expect to know everything from day one. So your your work will not be that superb because you are still learning. At that point, you will see and find people that will criticize you. So it then depends on how you are able to handle the criticism. I remembered when I was still serving as an NYSC associate, many things I don't know because I was new to the profession then. I literally see senior colleague try to uh, chastise you, criticize you. Some will criticize you in a very loving way, in a very loving manner, with the aim to ensure that you get it right. But why some would criticize you rashly? I mean, they don't mind how you feel and how you think about it. So at one point or the other, my work has been criticized, especially when I newly joined the profession, and which is expected of all profession. If you speak about or talk about medicine, talk the accounting, the truth of the matter is that you can't know everything from day one. You can't know everything from day one. You are expected to make some mistakes, to learn from those mistakes and move on.
What is the essence of being a child if you are not allowed to skip classes, oversleep, play around, and break play?
So, what differentiates you from any other learned colleagues in this profession?
Well, I'll say what differentiates me is my expertise. My expertise, because like she rightly mentioned, I work in Templas, and Templas is one of the best firms in the country. So I've gained a lot of expertise in Templas that you would not have gained, that I would not have gained if I worked in other firms. So because I'll consider Templars as an international firm. So what differentiates me from my other colleagues is expertise. The expertise I've been able to gain there, the expertise I've been able to garner there, so differentiate me from other people, other lawyers around me, because I'm able to attend to tasks that they will not be able to. I'm able to do things differently. I'm able to see things in a different way, in a different manner. When issues are being presented, I'm able to think through those issues and bring out, vital information that will be very helpful and that will be useful, especially in the commercial sense, because Templars is a commercial firm. So the other lawyers out there, when they are being presented with commercial issues, they may not be able to attend to them very well. But because of my exposure and because of where I worked, so I'll be able to do things differently. So it is that expertise that makes me different from other colleagues, other learned colleagues out there, other lawyers out there.
Imagine your child coming back home with 4 assignments after 7 hours of study, break time, English assignment, Polish assignment, music assignment. My lord, suggest this as based on what is applicable in some other countries, ceteris paribus, all things being equal. My lord, that is quite unfair. And my lord, guess what? This of the assignment because not less than 30 minutes, especially Mrs. Ishola's assignment. Yeah.
What is your greatest fear, if there's any?
Well, for me, I don't have any fear because I I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. The Bible says, "Cast all your cares on Him, for He careth for us." The Bible in so many places has told us as His children, if you're children of, if you're a child of God, the Bible has told us we should not fear. So I don't have any fear. I believe God owns the future. I work assiduously to ensure that I get to where God has proposed me to be. So I don't have any fear. I just believe strongly that everything will be well. That has been my belief from the outset, that everything will be well. So I don't have any fear. I don't have any fear.